Welcome to the Mary Potter Podcast, your weekly magical probe into the wildest tales from the wizarding world of flash fiction.
Yes, indeed.
This week, we're embarking on a journey
Ooh, a journey.
through two really imaginative stories that push the boundaries of what's possible,
Right.
even in a world touched by magic.
Absolutely.
First, we're
Yeah.
going to journey back to the stark reality of 1930s Alcatraz.
Uh-huh.
But this isn't your typical account of prison life
Right.
in The Magician of Alcatraz,
Okay.
a flash fiction story you brought to our attention.
I did.
We encounter Maximus Kane, also known as the Great Mysterio.
I love that name.
He's not just trying to escape those formidable walls.
Yeah.
He's uncovering a dark and deeply hidden secret beneath the infamous island.
Wow.
Prepare for a captivating blend of illusionist ingenuity and genuine magical intrigue.
I am prepared.
The very idea of placing a master of illusion within the ultimate symbol of confinement,
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz,
Yeah.
immediately creates this powerful tension.
Oh, sure.
What does it tell us about the nature of control and the human desire for freedom when confronted with this seemingly inescapable?
Oh, wait, it makes you wonder, is it even possible to break free from those constraints, or are we all ultimately bound by something?
Exactly. And then we'll shift gears and cross the country to the vibrant, illicit world of 1920s Manhattan
Yeah.
in a seemingly ordinary speakeasy called the Lucky Clover.
Interesting.
We'll discover a hidden battleground for magical conflicts.
Oh, wow.
Our focus will be on Charlie Ace Malone,
Ace Malone. Okay.
a quick-witted mage who earns his keep as a bartender,
I like him already.
fending off both persistent Prohibition agents and some magically inclined rivals.
Oh, this sounds like trouble.
This second flash fiction story from your collection promises a thrilling cocktail of jazz-age atmosphere and supernatural showdowns.
I love it. The 1920s in Manhattan. What a time to be alive. Especially with a little magic thrown in.
The Prohibition era in Manhattan provides such a rich tapestry of hidden activities and clandestine operations.
It's a period ripe for imagining how magic might have operated just beneath the surface.
Exactly.
Adding another layer of intrigue to an already fascinating time.
Our mission with this magical probe, as always, is to delve into the most compelling details and surprising connections within these flash fiction stories.
Yes, do it.
We want to offer you a shortcut to grasping their central magic and the core of their narrative power.
The heart of the story.
So let's unlock these tales and explore the wonders they hold.
Sounds good to me.
Starting with the magician confined on Alcatraz.
Ooh, a truly evocative place to begin. The image of Alcatraz in the 1930s.
It's iconic.
A fortress surrounded by unforgiving waters designed to crush any hope of escape.
Right.
So potent. And placing our illusionist there
Right.
immediately forces us to consider the limits of both perception and reality.
Absolutely. It was meant to be the absolute end of the line.
A final curtain.
And here we have Maximus Kane, the Great Mysterio,
Love him.
renowned for his ability to make the impossible seem possible, suddenly finding himself in a place designed to make disappearance a one-way street.
Oh, the irony.
And all for a crime he vehemently denies committing.
Interesting.
There's a delicious irony there, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
What does that say about reputation versus reality?
Well, it makes you think, doesn't it? Can we
Yeah.
ever truly know someone based on their public persona, or are we all capable of surprises?
Precisely. His celebrated skill in escaping constraints now seems utterly futile against the iron grip of Alcatraz.
Yeah, it begs the question, how can someone whose life is dedicated to defying confinement possibly overcome a prison like this?
Yeah.
Is it merely about physical trickery, or will something more be required?
And the flash fiction story cleverly uses a postcard right at the outset to
All right.
emphasize this very contrast.
Okay.
It's got this bright, almost cheerful greetings from San Francisco on one side,
Mm-hmm.
while the other depicts the stark, imposing towers of Alcatraz.
Okay.
It's a visual punch, reminding us of the vast gulf between illusion and the harsh reality Max is facing.
Right.
It really sets the stage for the story's exploration of deceptive appearances.
That detail of the postcard, especially if you imagine a lenticular print, where the waves might seem to move and crash against the island as you tilt it,
Oh, yeah.
really reinforces the theme of shifting perspectives.
It does.
It's a subtle way. The author hints that what you see isn't always what is a
Yeah.
concept central to both illusion and, as we'll discover, Max's unique abilities.
Right. Then we have the interaction with his cellmate, Doc. This world-weary bank robber who's seen it all.
Right.
Doc utterly dismisses any notion of escape,
Really?
quipping that you might as well vanish a whole damn island.
Oh, wow.
But it's that seemingly throwaway remark,
Right.
that ultimate statement of impossibility that actually ignites something within Maximus.
Oh.
It's like a challenge he simply can't ignore.
A spark.
What do you think it was about that specific comment that sparked his resolve?
You know, it's as if Doc's absolute certainty, his complete acceptance of Alcatraz's inescapability, act as a red flag to someone whose entire identity is built on defying limitations.
Right.
The sheer audacity of the statement, vanish a whole damn island, likely resonated with Maximus's ambition as an illusionist, pushing him to consider the seemingly impossible.
And we soon learn that Maximus isn't just relying on smoke and mirrors.
Oh, real?
He comes from a secret lineage.
Interesting.
A hidden history of stage magicians who actually possessed real, albeit subtle, magical abilities.
So there's more to it than just tricks.
So for him, it's not just about elaborate stagecraft. There's
Yeah.
something more inherent, something almost genetic at play.
Okay.
How does this blend of stage magic and real magic complicate our understanding of what's real within the story?
Well, it blurs the lines beautifully, doesn't it?
It does.
It makes us question where the performance ends and the genuine magic begins, both for the audience within the story and for us as readers.
Right.
It suggests that perhaps the greatest illusions are rooted in a kernel of truth or a touch of something beyond the ordinary.
Yeah.
It also hints that belief itself might play a role in the effectiveness of magic, as audiences are already primed to believe in the impossible when it comes to a master illusionist.
Right. So he's meticulously observing the guards' routines, likely using his skills in sleight of hand with his meager rations to fashion makeshift tools.
Okay.
But alongside this mundane preparation, we see these almost imperceptible uses of magic. A subtle bending of a guard's gaze, a nudge to a stubborn bolt.
Interesting.
It's this combination that makes his methods so intriguing.
It's a wonderfully nuanced portrayal of magic, isn't it? Not grand sweeping spells,
No?
but subtle manipulations of reality that work in concert with his more conventional escape artist techniques.
Right.
It suggests a deep understanding of how both the physical and the subtle forces of the world can be influenced.
And then the flash fiction story begins to introduce this deeper layer of mystery, with the whispers emanating from the island itself.
Whispers.
The groaning stone, the mournful cries echoing from beneath the prison.
Okay.
It suggests a history, a pain trapped within the very foundations of Alcatraz. What do you make of this personification of the island?
It elevates Alcatraz beyond a mere physical structure. It imbues it with a sense of history, of suffering, almost as if the island itself is a character in the story bearing witness to the misery within its walls.
Yeah.
It creates a palpable atmosphere of dread and hints at a deeper, perhaps supernatural reason for its oppressive nature.
Exactly. It's as if the island itself is resonating with this ancient sorrow.
Right.
And we're told that Maximus's magic has a unique resonance with these trapped echoes, creating a sense of kinship.
Oh, wow.
It's like he's not just an inmate, he's someone who can actually feel the island's deep-seated pain.
Okay.
How might this connection influence his actions?
This connection could be a powerful motivator for him. It suggests that his desire to escape might evolve into something more, a need to understand and perhaps even alleviate the suffering he senses within the island. It adds a layer of empathy to his character and hints at a potential purpose beyond mere personal freedom.
And then one night his cell wall shimmers. But in a way that only Maximus seems to perceive, revealing a hidden passage. His cellmate Doc just chalks it up to prison madness.
Right.
But for Max, this is the real escape route.
Okay.
Not to the outside world, but into the very heart of the island.
Wow.
The fact that only he can see it, what does that tell us?
It reinforces the idea of his unique connection to the island's hidden history and magic. It suggests that his inherent abilities act as a key, allowing him to perceive a reality that remains hidden to others. It also isolates him, emphasizing the solitary nature of his journey into the unknown.
The description of his descent into these tunnels is so vivid.
Oh, I bet.
The cloying smell of seawater mingled with something ancient and foul. These primitive cells that predate the prison itself, and those cryptic arcane symbols carved into the walls.
Wow.
It's a stunning revelation. Alcatraz wasn't always a prison for criminals.
No.
It was once an asylum for something far older and darker.
That's creepy.
What implications does this history have for the present-day narrative?
This twist fundamentally changes our understanding of Alcatraz. It suggests that its formidable defenses weren't solely designed to keep inmates in, but perhaps to contain something far more sinister that has been trapped there for centuries. The arcane symbols hint at forgotten rituals or powers, adding a layer of ancient evil that dwarfs the human suffering within the prison walls.
And then we encounter the spectral warden, the first warden of Alcatraz, who vanished mysteriously. Now he's this chilling, wraith-like figure sustained by the island's profound misery.
That's spooky.
Radiating this palpable discordant power.
Yikes.
It's a classic element of Gothic horror woven into this present escape story.
Right.
What role do you think this figure plays beyond just being a spooky antagonist?
The spectral warden embodies the dark legacy of Alcatraz, the cumulative suffering and despair that is soaked into the very stones of the island. His continued presence, fueled by this negative energy, explains the oppressive atmosphere and the whispers Maximus has been hearing. He represents the island's trapped anguish given form, and his offer to Maximus is a pivotal moment in the story.
And what a temptation it is.
I bet.
The warden offers Maximus immense power and freedom in exchange for him channeling the island's anguish to reshape the world according to the warder's twisted vision.
Oh, wow.
Especially for someone unjustly imprisoned, that promise of power must have been incredibly alluring.
Absolutely. It's a classic Faustian bargain. Maximus is offered liberation and the means to potentially avenge his own framing, but at a terrible cost, becoming a conduit for the very despair that has haunted Alcatraz. It forces him to confront his own values and consider what true freedom really means.
And it's here that the image of that postcard really comes back into focus for me.
The postcard?
The illusion of freedom on one side, the grim reality of the prison on the other. Maximus seems to recognize that accepting the warden's offer while promising escape would just be trading one form of imprisonment for another, a self-imposed prison built on darkness.
Precisely, he sees through the deceptive allure of the warden's power, understanding that true liberation cannot be achieved by embracing and amplifying suffering. This internal struggle showcases his moral strength and his refusal to compromise his integrity, even in the face of immense temptation.
So instead of succumbing, Maximus throws the warden a complete curveball.
Ooh.
He counters with the enigmatic phrase, "a trick for a trick."
A trick for a trick.
Delivered with what's described as a dangerous edge in his showman's grin.
Ooh.
It's such a powerful moment, perfectly capturing his core identity as an illusionist.
Absolutely.
Even in this terrifying supernatural confrontation.
Right.
What do you think that phrase signifies?
It's a brilliant response. It signifies that Maximus intends to use his skills in deception and illusion, perhaps even his own subtle magic against this ancient and powerful being. It suggests a belief in his own abilities to outwit and outmaneuver the warden, treating this encounter not just as a fight for survival, but as the ultimate performance.
And the escape that follows is this wonderfully ambiguous blend of the mundane and the magical.
Okay.
A strategically leaked pipe.
Okay.
A conjured bird acting as a distraction, all culminating in Maximus seemingly fading into the dense fog surrounding the island.
Oh, wow.
It's not a straightforward prison break.
No.
There's definitely a magical element to his departure, wouldn't you say?
The description perfectly highlights this interplay. The mundane elements create the necessary chaos and misdirection, allowing Maximus to subtly manipulate reality, crafting an illusion of escape that confounds the guards. It's a testament to his mastery of both disciplines.
The subsequent newspaper reports of this impossible breakout, the discovery of the empty warden's office, and that incredibly cryptic playing card left behind, the Ace of Hearts, pierced with a nail.
The Ace of Hearts.
It all adds to the growing legend of his escape and hints at something far more profound.
I bet.
What interpretations could that playing card hold?
The Ace of Hearts often symbolizes love, new beginnings, or vulnerability. Piercing it with a nail, a symbol of finality or pain, creates a powerful and unsettling image. It could suggest a sacrifice, a broken promise, or perhaps even a warning, a hint that this was no ordinary escape and that something precious has been irrevocably damaged.
And then comes the real twist.
Okay.
Maximus isn't actually trying to disappear into the outside world.
He's not.
He deliberately steers his small boat away from the mainland.
What?
And back towards the imposing silhouette of Alcatraz.
He's going back.
He realizes he can't simply leave that potent darkness festering unchecked.
Oh.
What does this decision reveal about his character arc?
It signifies a profound shift in his motivation. His initial desire for personal freedom has evolved into a sense of responsibility, a recognition that the evil beneath Alcatraz poses a threat far greater than his own unjust imprisonment. It elevates him from a mere escape artist to something of a reluctant hero.
And in this incredible act of defiance, he uses his unique blend of stage magic and real magic.
Right.
Not to break free,
Yeah.
but to transform Alcatraz itself.
Wow.
He channels every ounce of joy and defiance he can muster,
Hmm.
somehow replacing the pervasive despair with this radiant, defiant golden glow that emanates from the island.
That's amazing.
It's such a powerful and unexpected resolution.
It is.
How do you think he achieved such a feat?
It suggests that his understanding of illusion and his connection to the island's hidden magic allowed him to tap into a different kind of energy, perhaps the very opposite of the suffering that fueled the warden. By focusing on hope and resistance, he was able to create a counter-illusion, a magical transformation that momentarily overwrites the island's inherent darkness.
The flash fiction story concludes with Maximus utterly drained, his future uncertain, possibly facing recapture and further punishment.
Oh.
But that final enduring image of Alcatraz bathed in this impossible hopeful light is what truly stays with you.
Right.
His greatest trick wasn't escaping.
No.
It was changing the very essence of that seemingly unbreakable place.
Powerful.
What's the lasting impact of that image, do you think?
It leaves us with a powerful message about the resilience of hope and the possibility of transformation even in the most desolate of circumstances. It suggests that even the most formidable symbols of despair are not immune to the power of defiance and the enduring human spirit. Now shall we journey from the grim confines of Alcatraz to the vibrant, if illicit, world of 1920s Manhattan.
Absolutely. Let's trade those cold prison walls for the smoky, jazz-infused atmosphere of the Lucky Clover Speakeasy.
Oh, I could use a drink.
And here we're introduced to Charlie Ace Malone.
Ace Malone.
Who on the surface appears to be your typical quick-witted bartender in 1920s Manhattan. But as we soon discover, there's much more to him than meets the eye.
I like where this is going. The 1920s in Manhattan, especially during Prohibition, offers such a wonderfully atmospheric backdrop.
It does.
The clandestine nature of speakeasies,
Yeah.
the vibrant energy of the jazz scene,
Yeah.
and the undercurrent of rebellion against societal norms all create a sense of hidden activity, making it a perfect setting for a story involving secret magic.
It really is.
What does this setting immediately suggest to you about the kind of magic we might encounter?
Well, it immediately makes me think of something a little more underground, a little more illicit, maybe even a bit rough around the edges, much like the speakeasies themselves.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if the magic here is less about grand pronouncements and more about subtle influence and quick thinking.
Yes, exactly. Prohibition created a unique environment where illicit activities thrived. The demand for forbidden goods and services would naturally extend to the magical realm, leading to things like enchanted alcohol protective charms against rivals and law enforcement, and perhaps even magical solutions to enforce debts.
And Ace seems to be right in the thick of it. We learn he's a mage operating within this hidden supernatural underbelly that flourished during Prohibition.
I knew it.
He's dealing with magically enhanced hooch for his patrons, weaving protection spells for bootleggers, and even occasionally dabbling in a bit of retaliatory hexing for those who cross his clientele.
Ooh, sounds tough.
It paints a picture of a bustling, unseen world operating just beneath the surface of everyday life in the Roaring '20s.
I love it. How does Ace's profession as a bartender serve his magical activities?
Well, his role as a bartender provides an excellent cover for his magical dealings. It allows him to move within this clandestine world, interacting with a diverse range of individuals within the supernatural community, gathering information, offering his services discreetly, and always having an excuse for unusual concoctions or late nights.
Right, because who's going to question the bartender, right?
Exactly.
It's a perfect blend of the mundane and the magical.
The flash fiction story immediately injects tension with the rumored arrival of a rival mage, Victor, the Hexer.
The Hexer.
Who has designs on muscling in on Ace's established territory.
Classic.
It sets up a classic turf war narrative, but with enchanted objects and spellcasting instead of more conventional weaponry.
Right.
What does this rivalry suggest about the dynamics of the magical underworld in this setting?
It suggests that even in the hidden world of magic, there's a hierarchy, a struggle for power and control over resources and influence. The arrival of a rival like Victor highlights the competitive and potentially dangerous nature of this clandestine society, where territory is defended not just with brute force, but with magical prowess.
And then the piercing wail of a raid siren cuts through the night.
Uh-oh.
But it quickly becomes clear this isn't just your run-of-the-mill police bust.
Oh, yeah.
These are serious federal prohibition agents.
Oh.
What's even more unsettling is that Agent Thompson seems to sense something beyond just illegal alcohol, mentioning a lingering scent of Victor's particular brand of magic. So this isn't just a raid, it's a coordinated trap.
The setup.
What does this alliance between law enforcement and a rival mage imply?
It suggests a dangerous level of corruption, or perhaps even a strategic alliance, where the mundane authorities are being manipulated or even directly aided by magical forces. Yeah. It significantly raises the stakes for Ace, as he's not just dealing with the immediate threat of the raid, but also the knowledge that his rival is actively working against him, possibly using the feds as a weapon.
Ace's reaction in that moment is lightning fast.
Oh.
He instinctively employs illusion magic to instantly disguise the speakeasy, transforming bottles of whiskey into innocent-looking teacups.
I love it.
And creating hazy, disorienting illusions to mislead the incoming agents.
Smart.
It's a testament to his quick thinking and his adeptness at using magic in practical, everyday situations.
Right.
What does this reliance on illusion tell us about his magical style?
It suggests that Ace is a resourceful and adaptable mage who favors subtlety and misdirection.
Oh.
Illusion magic is often about controlling perception, which aligns perfectly with the deceptive nature of a speakeasy and his role within it. It hints at a cleverness and a preference for outsmarting his opponents rather than engaging in overt displays of power.
But Thompson is no fool.
Uh-oh.
He remains suspicious.
Okay.
Clearly not entirely convinced by the hastily erected illusions,
Right.
especially with that lingering magical scent. He heads straight for the back room, the location of Ace's magically protected stash.
Oh, no.
It seems Ace is cornered, facing both mundane law enforcement and the looming threat of Victor.
That's not good. Thompson's persistence despite the illusions highlights the fact that Victor's involvement has given the feds more than just a tip-off about illegal alcohol. They have some level of awareness, however vague, of the magical element at play, making their raid more targeted and dangerous.
That's when Ace pulls off a rather ingenious diversion.
Okay.
He accidentally causes a pipe to burst, creating immediate chaos and allowing him to slip a carefully prepared potion into Thompson's pocket.
Oh, potion.
We learn this potion is designed to induce vivid hallucinations.
Oh, wow.
A bit of magical retribution and a way to sow confusion.
Clever.
What do you think about Ace's choice of using a hallucinatory potion rather than something more overtly aggressive?
It speaks to his preference for cleverness over brute force. A hallucinatory potion can create widespread confusion and discredit Thompson without causing lasting harm, allowing Ace to deal with the immediate threat of the raid and potentially undermining Victor's collaboration with the authorities in a less confrontational way. It's a strategic move aimed at creating disarray.
And it works almost perfectly.
Nice.
As Ace smoothly ushers the thoroughly confused agents out of the speakeasy,
Okay.
Thompson starts experiencing the effects of the potion, becoming fixated and rather comical in his terror of the four-leaf clover on the lucky clover sign, convinced it's a symbol of witchcraft.
Oh my gosh.
It's a moment of dark humor amidst the tension, showing how even mundane superstitions can be amplified by a touch of magic.
It's a clever way the author blends the mundane and the magical. Thompson's overreaction highlights the power of suggestion and how even a simple symbol can be imbued with magical significance, especially when someone's perception is already being warped. It allows for a lighter moment in what is otherwise a tense situation.
But the brief respite is shattered by the dramatic arrival of Victor himself in the back room.
Oh, no.
He acknowledges Ace's handling of the feds with a grudging respect, but makes it crystal clear that his intention to take over the territory remains unchanged.
Oh, boy.
The anticipated magical showdown is now unavoidable.
Here we go.
What does Victor's direct confrontation reveal about his personality and magical style?
Victor's direct and somewhat arrogant confrontation suggests a more aggressive and perhaps less subtle approach to magic and to asserting his dominance. He doesn't rely on manipulation or subterfuge. He prefers to make his intentions known and to challenge Ace directly, likely confident in his own magical abilities.
The ensuing magical duel is described with such fantastic imagery.
Ooh, tell me more.
Ace weaving sly counterspells with the rhythmic pulse of jazz.
I love that.
Magic that feels deeply connected to the spirit of the era,
Yeah.
against Victor's more flamboyant displays of flames and frost.
Oh, wow.
It's a vivid contrast in their magical styles.
It is.
How do you think their contrasting magical approaches reflect their individual personalities or perhaps their backgrounds?
Ace's jazz-infused magic suggests adaptability, improvisation, and a deep connection to the cultural energy of his environment. It's fluid and perhaps less overtly destructive, focusing on defense and control. Victor's flashy elemental magic, on the other hand, implies a more forceful and perhaps less nuanced approach, prioritizing raw power and intimidation. It's a classic clash of styles that often reflects deeper character differences.
And the near miss involving Ruby,
Ooh,
the singer, adds a personal and immediate danger to the conflict, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. It instantly raises the stakes, reminding us that innocent bystanders could easily get caught in the crossfire of this magical turf war.
And in the midst of this chaotic magical exchange, Ace delivers this wonderfully defiant line.
Okay.
My place, my rules, Hexer.
Ooh, I like that.
This before unleashing a binding spell that's described as being woven from the melody of a jazz trumpet riff.
Oh, wow, so cool.
It's such a creative and evocative way to integrate the setting directly into the magic itself.
It is.
What's the significance of using a jazz riff for a binding spell?
It beautifully illustrates how magic in this world can be deeply intertwined with cultural expression. The rhythmic and improvisational nature of jazz becomes the very structure of Ace's spell, suggesting that his magic is not just a set of incantations, but an extension of his identity and his connection to the vibrant energy of his surroundings. A binding spell woven from music implies a subtle form of control, perhaps less overtly violent, but equally effective.
Ultimately, Ace manages to force Victor to retreat, sending a clear message to his unseen bosses that this territory is firmly under his control.
He showed him. It seems like a decisive victory for Ace, at least for the moment.
Okay.
But do you think this is truly the end of their conflict?
While Ace has won this particular confrontation, Victor's retreat and Ace's warning to his bosses strongly suggest that this is not the end of the story. Victor's pride has likely been wounded, and his superiors will likely not take this challenge to their authority lightly. Retaliation in some form seems almost inevitable.
The scene that follows with Ruby offering Ace a real old-fashioned once the chaos has subsided and the patrons have departed
Speaks volumes about the unspoken understanding between them.
Right.
She clearly recognizes that the conflict is far from over. What does her gesture and her silent acknowledgement convey?
Ruby's gesture signifies a return to a semblance of normalcy after the magical chaos, but the emphasis on a real drink and her knowing look suggests a shared understanding of the underlying tension and the likelihood of future trouble. It highlights the fact that those within this magical underworld are constantly aware of the potential for conflict.
The flash fiction story concludes with Ace's determined attitude, his role as the steadfast protector of the lucky Clover, firmly established.
A true guardian.
It's not just a speakeasy.
No.
It's a sanctuary.
Right.
A symbol of magical defiance in the heart of the city.
Absolutely.
And that final image of him tracing a protective sigil over the doorway underscores the ongoing threats he faces, not just from Victor and his allies, but also from the ever-present danger of the feds and whatever other supernatural elements might be lurking in the shadows of Prohibition-era Manhattan.
Ooh.
What's the overall feeling you're left with at the end of Ace's story?
It leaves us with a sense of resilience, and the idea that even in a world of hidden magic, everyday courage and a strong sense of place and community are essential for survival. The Lucky Clover becomes a microcosm of this struggle, a beacon of defiance against both mundane and magical threats.
So having delved into these fascinating glimpses of hidden magical worlds within these flash fiction stories,
Yes.
what are your overall thoughts?
Both of these flash fiction stories, despite their vastly different settings and protagonists, resonate with similar themes of resilience and the innovative use of one's unique skills to overcome formidable challenges. Maximus confronts a literal prison and an ancient darkness, while Ace navigates the treacherous landscape of Prohibition-era Manhattan, battling both mundane and supernatural adversaries.
We've seen a master illusionist on Alcatraz confronting not just physical imprisonment, but an ancient evil, ultimately bringing a spark of hope to a place synonymous with despair.
Absolutely.
Through his unique blend of stagecraft and real magic.
Indeed, Ace's story in particular showcases how magic can adapt and thrive in unexpected environments, becoming deeply intertwined with the social and cultural nuances of the time. much like the vibrant jazz scene that influences his spells.
And in the heart of 1920s Manhattan, we witnessed a resourceful bartender mage fiercely defending his magical speakeasy from both persistent prohibition agents and magically empowered rivals, illustrating how magic can become intricately woven into the fabric of everyday life, even within the strictures of prohibition.
Absolutely.
What aspects of these tales resonated with you the most?
Oh.
Were you more captivated by the idea of hidden magical lineages, or did the seamless blend of magic and historical settings particularly intrigue you? Perhaps you found yourself pondering the complex ethical dilemmas faced by both Maximus and Ace in their respective situations.
I was particularly struck by the ingenuity of both protagonists in leveraging their specific skills and the unique characteristics of their environments. Maximus utilizes his understanding of illusion and the dark history of Alcatraz, while Ace masterfully blends his magical abilities with the culture of the speakeasy and the specific challenges of the Prohibition era. It highlights the idea that magic, even in a fantastical setting, often finds its most compelling expression when it interacts with the tangible realities of its world.
These flash fiction stories, while concise in their telling, offer such rich and imaginative worlds and characters to explore, sparking our own imaginations about the possibilities that might lie just beneath the surface of our own reality.
They truly demonstrate the power of brevity in storytelling, creating vivid narratives and leaving us with lingering questions and a desire to explore these fantastical corners of the wizarding world further.
We wholeheartedly encourage you, our listener, to seek out more of these captivating flash fiction stories.
Please do.
There are countless other wild tales of magic and fantastic creatures waiting to be discovered.
I can't wait.
Perhaps you'll even stumble upon stories that shed further light on some of the questions these narratives have sparked for you.
Indeed, delving deeper into the realm of flash fiction within the wizarding world can reveal a fascinatingly diverse tapestry of magical tales, each offering a unique and often surprising glimpse into the broader mythology.
Thank you so much for joining us this week for this magical probe into these truly captivating flash